Namaste and hip hop hooray. What's going on, boys and girls from across the world? mikeY here, and today I want to take you guys through a yoga sequence that really focuses on helping anybody suffering from diabetes. As most of us know, diabetes is when there's either a surplus or a deficiency with blood sugar. And one of my best friends actually has type 1 diabetes, so this is something I want to help also to bring awareness to. It's very important for us to help move our bodies so that way we can help to balance out those levels too, especially when we are feeling a little drained, a little fatigued. But of course, I want to shout out everybody there who is uh, going through this disease and making the best of it. Especially if you're watching this video, just kudos to you for really focusing on taking care of yourself. As always, I'm happy that you're here. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's actually start in a nice seated position and just work on some breathing. You could either put your hands on your knees like me or hands around your tummy. We'll take 3 deep breaths. Big inhale, fill the belly up. And exhale, let it out. Good. Do that a couple more times. Big inhale, fill your belly up. And exhale. One more. Good. Then just gently start to roll your head around. Big circles. Go the other way. And then easy, relax, take it to your shoulders. Rolling them forward. Or roll them back. Good. Take a big inhale, reach the arms high to the sky. Cactus arms. Good. Inhale, reach up again. And then hands to your hearts, sitting up tall. Maybe setting an intention for our yoga practice today, whether it's to take care of our bodies, our health, or whether it's just to move. Inhale the arms up again, and then twist to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Good. Come back to the center, reach the hands high, and to the other side. Good. Inhale, reach the hands high up again. And then coming onto all fours, tabletop position, hands and knees. So I'll turn a little bit sideways here so y'all can see me. From here, taking some big cat cows. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. And then exhale, round the spine. Again, big inhale, look up. And exhale, round. Good. One more time. And out. Good. Coming to a flat back, neutral spine. We're going to extend the legs back for plank. And don't worry, we're not going to be here very long. From the plank, you're going to shift forward, drop the knees, and slowly lower down to your tummy. Bring the arms by your side as you look left or to the right. Bring your chin to the floor. With keeping your chin on the floor, you're going to try to lift up the arms as high as you can. And just holding it here. If the chin doesn't feel comfortable, press your forehead down instead. Here for 3, 2. Release the arms by your side as you look the other way. Good. Coming back to the center. This time we're going to try to lock the fingers behind us. Now if that doesn't work, just bring them by your side again. At the same time we lift the arm, we'll lift the head and chest as well. Keep looking down. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and release as you look one way or the other. Sphinx pose. Forearms down as you lift the chest through the shoulders and the biceps, getting a little bit more curve into your back. Look over to the left and over to the right. Come back to center. Keep your Sphinx pose. You're going to bend the right knee as much as you can. Now, if it helps, turn that forearm sideways. That way you got a little bit more grounding. Right hand's going to grab the right foot. Or if you have a towel or a strap, you can put that on the top of the foot as well too. As you can see that I've got my forearm on the top of the foot. If you're able to reach that, the only reason I suggest it is because it can apply a little bit more pressure because we're trying to get that heel closer and closer to the booty. Now at the same time, it's not just about how far you bend it, but think about your back thigh lifting off the ground a little bit as well. We're here for 3, 2, release, take a quick nap, and then change to the other side. You can start in your Sphinx again if you need a little time to transition. But when you're ready, right forearm holds it down. You're going to grab the left foot and just try to pull that into the butt. Take 3 deep breaths, see how far you can go, and don't forget to lift that thigh as well. And release down on the ground, maybe a crocodile pose, using your forearms as a pillow. Now I'm going to give you 2 choices for this next one, alright? First one, you could either just bend the knees, lift up the chest and legs as much as you can. If you can see, my knees are trying to lift up a little bit there. Or if it's possible to grab right hand to right foot, left to left, we're going to go floor bow pose, kicking the feet into the hands as we make a U shape on the soft part of our belly. We're here for 5, 4, 2, and let it go. Ah. Gonna look to the other way. And then we're going to bring the chin to the floor, bend the knees, do a little windshield wipe, going side to side. Child's pose, pushing back. We're going to stay in our child's pose for a bit here. So once your toes are connected and the knees are apart, stretch the hands to the top and just melt your forehead down. Stay here about half a minute, or take 6 deep breaths. Awesome. When you're ready, you're going to slowly bring yourself up and then swing the leg out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. Cool. From here, we're going to grab a hold of the right foot over the left foot, giving it a little pull there. Feeling the stretch mostly in the pit of our hip socket there. And then we'll plant the right foot down. Easy. So, depending on which camera we're looking at, we're actually going to switch it to shoelace pose now. So you keep the cross just as it is, but the straight leg is now going to bend as you swing the foot behind you. Now notice I'm not sitting on my foot. I'm actually trying to give it a little bit more space, because the ultimate goal for this butt that's up, for this cheek that's up, and I apologize about my anatomy terms, but this gluteus maximus part that's up, eventually its goal is to try to sit down. Now, obviously, if we feel any pain in our knee, we want to stop doing that. But it's a goal to look forward to. Maybe you slide a blanket underneath there, and we stay here for about 5 deep breaths. Eventually, your knees are going to try to come parallel with each other in line with the chin. But again, we won't force it, especially if it's been a while since we've stretched or moved our body in this way. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, let it out. Good. Then we're going to twist with the left elbow on top of the right knee, sitting up tall still, looking over the right shoulder. This is known as Lord of the Fish poses. Good. And coming back to the center, we're going to unwrap it, starting with the right leg out. Whew. And extend perfectly so that our left knee is already in, it's ready to go. So we'll start by giving it a great big hug. Oh man. Sometimes I don't get out here as much, guys, so thank you for giving me an opportunity to get outside, man. I hope that you get an opportunity to wherever you're at because I guarantee every place in the world has its own beauty. Let's go ahead and cross that leg over. As a matter of fact, I want you to just think about your environment right now and take one deep breath. Whatever you're looking at, just find the appreciation of it. I don't care if it was an artifact that you got on your last trip. I don't care if it was a gift from your Secret Santa during the holidays, whatever it was. Go ahead, set it down. We'll shoelace it up, sliding that right foot back. And again, eventually just letting it get there on its own time. The reason I tell you guys to just take notice and observe your surroundings is because so many times we make such drastic changes thinking that environment is really the cause of problems or or maybe the root of stress, but we have to remember that we created these environments. We always have the power to create our own space. So regardless, just know that you're taking care of you today. Let's go ahead and twist it up right on the left. I just want to get spiritual, do a little om. Conscious of the breathing as you slowly belly up. Good. We're going to come back around, unwrap the leg, and then easy stretch both legs out. Got a forward bend wherever you could get to, my friend. Now, if you guys to get your toe, I recommend sitting on a block or some kind of elevation that can just help you hinge a little bit better. But remember, we don't want to have the shoulders all up in our ears. We don't want to be rounding. We want to have a nice tall back. Good. A little deeper. And then slowly rising, slowly lying down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, bring your feet together with the knees up, butterfly. Arms could be out a little bit wider. Drop the knees over to the left and then to the right. Come back to the center. Reach your arms back to the wall or whatever's behind you, and then press the hips up as hard as you can. Wiggle your toes. We're here for 5, 4, and slowly coming down, top to bottom. Bring your knees in, and then you're going to grab behind the knees, extending the legs up for legs on wall pose. Now, should you be so fortunate to actually have a wall, put your legs up against them and stay there for about a minute. If you have a block, if you remember from one of our other videos, we could use the block to wedge underneath our sacrum. But again, if you're not working with any equipment, you're just going in for a quickie. Hands behind the knee. So when we're doing yoga, especially with diabetes, we want to avoid too much of an up and down motion. That's why we didn't do vinyasas today. No big up dog or down dog. Just because too much of it can start to get you a little nauseous there. So be careful when you're moving the body that as far as where the blood is going, you're not doing it in such a rapid motion. From here, knees are going to bend, and then we're going to go supported shoulder stand. So I'm using my forearms by my side to help lift me up a little bit more. And as soon as my legs go up, I'm going to catch the hips with my hands around the waist. I'm going to squiggle the triceps in, the elbows in a little bit more to keep my lower back and my mid back generally off the floor. Now again, if you have a block and you could lift it up even more, awesome. But if not, embrace this situation with me. Here for 4, 3, and then slowly rolling down. One backbone at a time. Easy with the knees in. You're going to drop them down back into a butterfly. And we'll drop our knees over to the left, over to the right. Come back to the center. Hug the knees in as tight as you can, taking a deep, deep, deep breath. And then exhale, melt down onto your mat, getting yourself into a comfortable meditative position where you could just be still and no judgment in that stillness. My friends, I truly want to thank you for spending time and taking care of yourselves. Enjoy the next minute in Shavasana. Slowly start to reset your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Reaching the arms back as you stretch. One last time, we'll put our feet together for butterfly, and then we'll roll to our side using the right arm as a pillow. Taking a seat whenever you're ready. And just as we did at the beginning of class, take a few deep inhales and a few deep exhales. And then bring the hands to your heart. The thing that's been there for you since the very, very start. My friends, I always tell you that you do have a gift. It's called the present. I don't care about the past or the future, because right here, right now, you just helped my energy shift. So put a little smile on your face, making this world a better place. And as always, my friends, thank you for your time, your space, energy, and health. Appreciate respect, and always love yourself. Namaste. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this Yoga for Diabetes video. Again, I hope you found it helpful. If there's anything, maybe you know someone, a loved one, or yourself who could use yoga and maybe particular situation that it could help, don't be bashful. Leave a comment, share it, as I said. But until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Much love, y'all.